This is Up North Live News, today on 7 and 4.
Now it's 6. We're taking you live to Florida, where windows are boarded up and sandbags are in place. Heather is tracking the path of Hurricane Milton as people prepare for landfall. Volunteers from Michigan are helping those affected by hurricanes in the southeast. We explain how you can be a part of the disaster response team. Plus, we're recapping last night's debate between U.S. Senate candidates. Hear why they want to represent Michigan on Capitol Hill. Good morning on this Wednesday. Can you hear the roar from downtown Detroit?
Yeah, those Tigers.
You're taking a live look at Comerica Park. It's a big day for the Tigers.
Yeah, an exciting time. See if their hot streak is going to continue here. So Miss Madison will be live with a report on what you can expect for the game. And then we'll also have more live coverage tonight, too, at 6 and 11 with Harrison Beebe and Cody Bear. So looking forward to hearing Miss Madison's live report here in about 15 minutes. We are waking up to cool temperatures this morning, and Cadillac is one of our coldest spots right now, sitting at 28 degrees. You can see that live look downtown. Wind is calm, and we're under that clear sky and dry conditions early this morning. Temperatures across the rest of northern Michigan. Manistee also at 28 degrees this morning, 31 in Houghton Lake, right at freezing in Bel Air and Frankfort, and 50 in Charlevoix and on Beaver Island. Those are one of the warmer spots this morning. Here's a look at radar and satellite. We are seeing more cloud cover north and east, more of that clear sky south of the bridge in those southern counties. That's why we're seeing those cooler temperatures. But out the door forecast, if you are heading out the door, you'll need that jacket early this morning. It's going to be a chilly start, mainly 20s and 30s. By the time we head over to the afternoon, we're looking at 50s and maybe even 60 degrees in some spots, with more sunshine expected south and a slight spotty shower chance. We'll show you that shower chance, and we're tracking Hurricane Milton. We'll show you the path of that coming up in a few minutes.
And Heather, on that same note, we are starting with the live look at Tampa, Florida. That's where people are preparing for Hurricane Milton. It's once again a rare and dangerous Category 5 storm. That's according to the latest update from the National Hurricane Center. The storm's strength is expected to fluctuate before its expected landfall on the west coast of Florida. The eye wall could come ashore anywhere from Cedar Key in the north to Naples in the south. Milton's disastrous impacts could be felt over a much larger area as it continues to grow in size. Up to 15 inches of rain is possible across Florida through tomorrow. Storm surge could reach 15 feet in parts, including Tampa Bay. American Red Cross volunteers from Michigan are doing what they can to help those affected by the hurricanes in the southeast. 60 volunteers from our state have been deployed after Hurricane Helene. With Hurricane Milton on its way, volunteers are staying to help. Up North Live's Cody Bear reports.
This type of tragedy can affect anywhere in the country, and we're all here together and doing it together, working as one. That's what we do as American citizens.
After Hurricane Helene, roughly 2,000 Red Cross volunteers were deployed to help people in the areas affected, around 60 being from Michigan. But now, with Hurricane Milton on its way, the volunteers in Florida say it's now a matter of preparing for what's still to come as well.
We will be there. We're staging in areas now all over the state where we'll have vehicles, and we're ready to, as soon as we get to go, we're going to be out, we're going to be ready, and we're going to be doing our mission.
Many volunteers already in Florida were asked to stay for Hurricane Milton, and most were happy to do so.
Most of our deployments are 2 weeks, and a lot of people have extended. They've been asked, can you stay longer? And they're like, absolutely. We'll stay 3 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it takes.
The Northern Michigan Red Cross director, who is being deployed Thursday to help at an emergency shelter, says volunteers are going to provide supplies and assistance. But they're there for more than just that.
You're meeting people who have literally lost everything, and to just be, the little bit of hope that they have by being a volunteer, by being in the shelter and talking to them and just letting them know that we're here, we're not going anywhere, we're gonna get you through this.
And the volunteers deployed say they feel the appreciation.
You can't walk down an aisle without somebody thanking you and thanking us for being here. Very, very appreciative here in Florida, and not uncommon at all to get a hug or a handshake.
Reporting in Grand Traverse County, Cody Bear, Up North Live News.
The American Red Cross needs more volunteers once Hurricane Milton makes landfall. We have a link to apply to become a Red Cross volunteer on our website, upnorthlive.com. Up North Live is partnering with the Salvation Army and our parent company for Sinclair Care's Hurricane Helene relief. It's to help with humanitarian relief efforts across 6 states. Money raised will go to emergency aid, including clean water, food, and cleanup kits. Sinclair will match the first $50,000 raised at sinclaircares.com. Scan the QR code on your screen right now to make a donation. There's a scam going around impersonating the Grand Traverse County Sheriff's Office. The Sheriff's Office says people are receiving phone calls from what sounds like a deputy. The scam call is telling people they need to address warrants or court paperwork by paying them money through Bitcoin or other ways. The Sheriff's Office says these calls are scams and they will not call you to request payment. If you get a call like this, hang up and do not send any money. If you have any concerns regarding a call from the Sheriff's Office, you can call them at the number on your screen. The Village of Roscommon has broken ground on its new pavilion at the Ossalbo River Center. The lot next to the center has been cleared. Construction will begin today. The Roscommon Area Recreation Authority says they've been running out of space to host things like the farmers market, community, and festival events. The new pavilion will increase the ability to host more events.
This was something that the DDA thought was important to have done for our economic growth and development and the amenities within our communities. So we're super excited to put this in, and we can't wait to use it.
If weather permits, they hope to have the pavilion completed by the end of the year. The 2 candidates for Michigan's open U.S. Senate seat debated last night. Republican candidate and former U.S. Representative Mike Rogers went head-to-head with the Democratic candidate, U.S. Representative Alyssa Slotkin. Both are battling to serve their first term in office as the next U.S. Senator to represent Michigan. It's the first and possibly only debate between Slotkin and Rogers. It's become one of the tightest and most watched Senate campaigns in the country. The seat became available after longtime Democratic U.S. Senator Debbie Stabenow announced she would not pursue a 5th term in office. Both candidates won the primaries by a long shot in August, but the race against one another will be a different story. They have separate viewpoints on how to lower inflation.
We have to absolutely become energy independent. I'm for an all of the above policy, but if we don't get gas prices down, we won't get food prices down.
Bringing supply chains back home from places like China. That includes the 44 manufacturing facilities that are being built right now in the state of Michigan.
They also disagreed on how to make sure FEMA stays afloat. It's a hot topic after Michiganders were denied aid after an EF2 tornado in May. The Homeland Security Secretary says FEMA may not have enough in its disaster recovery fund to make it through the season. Immigration and border policy also took center stage last night.
So here you have a wide open border in our South where the government, including my opponent who had voted for funding of illegal immigrants, housing, food, phones, right? That comes out of the FEMA budget.
I was on the Homeland Security Committee. We oversaw FEMA's budget. We increased the money that they need per year because we don't know where the next disaster is going to come from.
Both candidates have differing views on reproductive rights, the economy, and foreign aid, just to name a few. But they do have some similarities. They both made a name for themselves in national security. They also held the same Central Michigan House District in East Lansing and Lansing. A reminder for the latest news, weather, and sports, go to our website, upnorthlive.com.
Good morning, I'm Madison Sider. We're here in Comerica Park for Detroit Tigers postseason. I'll tell you what's in store for Game 3 coming up next.
And it's a chilly start as you're heading out the door. You'll need that jacket. We are also seeing some areas of patchy frost. If you're traveling out of Traverse City, Cherry Capital Airport, it's 35 degrees. This Wednesday morning, under a clear sky, no delays. No delays in Detroit, Chicago, or Minneapolis. We are tracking a slight spotty shower chance with more much-needed rain in the forecast on the way. We'll show you that coming up next.